Simon & Schuster Audio presents Black Privilege. Opportunity comes to those who create it. Written and read by Charlemagne the God.
This book is dedicated to the state that made me great, South Carolina. The 843, the 803, and the 864. To every dreamer living on a dirt road somewhere, this book is for you. In my story, may you find the inspiration to create your own greatness. This book is also dedicated to my mother, Julie, my father, Larry, and my late grandmother, Rosalie Ford. The foundation of who I am came from the three of you. I don't know if y'all even want to take credit for my madness, but guess what? You have no other choice. Last but certainly not least, this book is dedicated to my rib, my wife, Mook Mook, and our two beautiful daughters, A and Z. Yes, the name of one of my daughters starts with an A and the other starts with a Z. We will fill in the rest of the alphabet at a later date. Please, when you two are old enough to read this book, don't judge your father for the sins of his past. I used to be a young savage, but I'm grown now, and I hope this book will remind you that life is about constant evolution. Introduction. Let me tell you about the first time I started living my truth. I was 15 years old and living in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. If you're not familiar with Moncks Corner, it's a small town of less than 8,000 people, about 30 miles north of Charleston. For most of my teenage years, my family lived in a double-wide trailer on a dirt road on the edge of town. My mother was a high school English teacher and a Jehovah's Witness, a straight-laced woman who did everything by the book. My father was her polar opposite, a contractor who was an occasional drug and alcohol abuser and a full-time hustler. One of my favorite activities back then was to talk on the phone. Not a cell phone either, but an old-fashioned landline. If you think sexting is better than talking, you don't know what you're missing. I can honestly say that 90% of the times I got pussy as a teenager was because of phone conversations, especially the late-night ones. My trouble started one night when I was on the phone with my friend Amani. By the way, names have been changed to protect the guilty, the easily embarrassed, and those who want to come up by suing me. I don't think I ever wanted to fuck Amani. Not that I would have turned it down if the opportunity presented itself, but we would just talk on the phone for hours for no reason. That night, the conversation turned to a guy we knew named Darnell, who was Amani's cousin, Deja's baby daddy. Man, Darnell thinks he's hard, I offered. Oh, you think he's soft-drawed, Amani? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, I continued.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?